In Martus, reporting groups define combinations of dimension values and GL accounts. This tutorial will show you how to use reporting groups on Global SPWs to calculate budget amounts based in turn on the amounts currently budgeted for all items within a reporting group. You'll use the Reporting Groups selection on the Setup menu to create your reporting groups. Assign a name, and then you can use one of two methods to add items to the reporting group. You can either select worksheet lines. With this option, you can use dimension filters, filter by account, or filter by account category in order to limit the list to those budget worksheet lines that match the filter. Select some or all of the listed lines and choose to add those lines to the reporting group. The second mechanism to use to add lines to a reporting group is to use the filters on the screen. This method is slightly more flexible because you can use it to include all of a given dimension. As you can see on this particular line, we have included these amounts regardless of fund and regardless of project. Once you've set up your reporting groups, you can assign them to Global Special Purpose Worksheets via the Special Purpose Worksheet selection on the Planner menu. Our first example illustrates how we can use a fee based on certain income accounts in the retail and skate park operations, budget that as an expense to those two departments, and budget the total fee as income to the central admin department. There's two 15% rates. The first is for the expense to the satellite sites. The second uses an income account for the income to the central site. There's two quantities because we have two different locations for which we're calculating this rate. We've selected the appropriate reporting group from the drop-down in the middle of the quantity line. Once we select that, the amounts are filled in automatically on the right-hand side for each month of the year. These amounts cannot be changed manually. The only way they can be changed is by changing the underlying budget lines to which this reporting group refers. There are four calculations altogether. The first one calculates the fee for the retail income. The second one calculates the fee for the skate park income. You'll notice that each one of these will apply this fee to the budget worksheet for that particular division. The last two calculation lines shown here calculate the income that is due to the central location. So there's three lines in summary, two lines for the expenses and one line that represents the total of the income. You'll also notice that you have the option of updating reporting group values, and note also that whenever you post this SPW to the relevant worksheets, that the reporting group values will be updated at that time as well. Now let's move to an example where we've allocated facilities costs. In this case, we're assuming that the facilities department is already budgeted for all of the rent, utilities, and maintenance costs. We want to spread the total of those costs to other departments as well. We're also going to be using a single allocation account so that our rates reflect that 40% of the total facilities cost will be budgeted to accounting using the account number 7999. 50% of the total cost is to be budgeted to operations using 79999. And 90% will be credited to the facilities department also using account 79999. In the quantities line, we identify the reporting group, which represents the total of the rent, utilities, and maintenance costs. And in the calculations, we calculate what proportion of that cost is to be applied to the accounting department, to the operations department, and how much is to be credited to facilities. This results in three lines on the summary. You will notice that the credit entirely offsets the charges to the separate individual departments. Now we'll move to a third example. We allocate the HR costs between two entities, a church and a school. We have two rates with 1/3 of the costs to be charged to the school and an offsetting 33% to be credited to the HR department. We have a quantity identifying the reporting group that reflects the HR department expenses to be allocated. It is important to know that the HR expenses reporting group includes all HR costs except the allocation account. Here we calculate the expense for the portion of HR services provided to the school. And on the first line, we calculate the credit to the HR department for the services provided to the school. The summary is simple and straightforward. two separate lines with offsetting amounts. Thank you for watching this tutorial on how to use reporting groups on Global SPWs.